Hi, friends. So this morning, it is morning for me. Um, I decided I would sit down and talk about something that happened literally just a few days ago. And it's comical to think about now. But so I received, as people do on the internet, a we'll just say rude comment. We'll generalize it. A rude comment. It wasn't long. It wasn't like somebody wasn't ranting. It wasn't like anything like that. But it's the first time I've experienced something negative about my content. And it's funny because I had always sort of thought like, what am I going to do? What's my reaction going to be when I inevitably get someone who doesn't agree with what I'm saying or who doesn't understand my perspective or who doesn't understand why I'm creating content. And in this case, it was a question about why I had created something and released it. And, actually, that's all I'll say about it. This is the internet. If you really want to find it, you can find it. You can internet sleuth it out if you'd like. Pardon me. But I had always thought about like, well, what is my reaction going to be? And I was always like, man, it's going to be fine. I'm just going to ignore it. That was kind of what I thought. And then the other day, I get a notification for this comment, and I was like, ooh, a comment. Like, that's exciting. And then I read it, and I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, why, one, why did they feel the need to spend their time making that comment? That's the first question. And then two, I kind of got mad about it. I was like, which, not outwardly mad. I wasn't ranting or, I had a little bit of internal flame about it. And I was like, oh, why would somebody say that? Why would somebody go out of their way to like leave a comment like that? Like just scroll along, Like I was so like, I was feeling spicy about it. And then as the day wore on, I was like, okay, I'm going to respond now that I've settled. And I'm going to kill them with kindness. And not because I think their comment merited kindness. I could have been rude. I could have completely lost it on them for wasting their time on something like that. Like, I don't know. To me, it didn't have value, but maybe to them it had the effect that they hoped for. Who knows? I don't know them. They don't know me. It's fine. But in my mind, I was like, who's angry right now? I was like, me. I'm having feelings about it. And I'm living my life. So I'm having feelings about it. And this person is just living their life. They're just doing whatever they normally do. Hello, kitty. And for me, I was like, the only one this is affecting in a negative sense is me right now. Part because I'm allowing it, but part because it took me a minute to see that their comment wasn't a reflection of me. It's a reflection of their perspective, right? Which is good. Everyone should have a perspective. But, and if you're living life, you do, whether you know it or not. You have a perspective because that's how you perceive your life. That's how you live your life. But when it hit me, I was like, I don't want to feel angry. I don't want to walk around with this. So I simply explained whether they were, maybe they did or maybe they didn't, deserve an explanation. I gave them a short explanation of my purpose for the content that I had released, my process behind it, along with a kind reminder that this is social media and you choose what you consume. And if it isn't me, then I'm not for you. But I'm not mad about not being for everyone. No one is going to be for everyone. And I understand that. And I think starting to make YouTube videos, that was something that I had to have straight in my brain, that like not everyone's gonna love my content and they don't need to. And I'm okay with it. Like deeply. It doesn't bother me. If you don't want to watch it, don't want to watch it. But if you do want to watch it, then that's why you're here. And I have this incredibly blind belief that the people who are meant to find me, the community that I want to be part of, will find me. That they already exist out here. So it was a moment when working on my brain, like the fruits of that labor showed, because I would have just been angry and I would have maybe deleted the comment, or I would have reacted really angry towards that person. And I get that there are a lot larger things happening in the world. Always, not just now, it's always happening. And that the world feels really heavy for a lot of people right now. And it is heavy. It is heavy. There's a lot going on. And I think the only way we survive and the only way we can continue to move forward is to find joy where we can find it. And even if it's just little specks, because ultimately, like, we're living our lives and we can't let the weight of the world keep us from trying to live our lives in a happy manner. Like, if you want to choose anger, you can choose anger. But it's my personal belief that you don't fight fire with fire. So the way forward for all of us, and this comment is a small scale thing, but the way forward is, like, as cheesy as it feels to say, like, love and kindness. I think the only way that we continue to progress positively as a society is to show up with, like, compassion and love. And if someone has anger or negativity towards you, that's okay, because it's their anger and their negativity, and you do not need to take it on. If it isn't, I can agree incredibly heavily about something with someone, but I don't have to adopt negative emotions if I don't want to. And you have that choice too. And it's, as I was going to say, simple, but it's not that simple. It's a choice that you don't want to feel these emotions. And it's a practice. You have to practice. And as you can see from my comment situation, I immediately reacted with anger. And then I took a moment to just, settle about it. And I was like, okay, no, anger is not how I want to feel. Anger is not how I want to react to this person. And because of that, I'm going to choose direct facts and my perspective and the option for them to move along if they want to move along. No more. And like, from the moment I left the comment, replying to their comment, I had no more anger. I was like, I explained myself briefly, because I really don't feel like I have to explain myself, but such is the world. But I explained myself, and I gave them the opportunity to choose, and that's all we can really do. So I want to say, if you're here, thank you. I am still working towards my goal. I apologize if I sound a little hoarse. I got sick again. I'll maybe talk about it in a different video. On the grand scale of things, I know it's not incurable, and I know it's not some sort of crazy chronic thing, but I have never been so sick so long. But anywho, thank you if you are here, and just try your best to find the littlest thing that makes life feel a little less heavy, even if just for a moment. I know there's a lot going on. And like I said, it's always going on. So life doesn't get less heavy, unfortunately. But you can choose in your life, on your path, even if you're involved in things, even if you are, passionate about understanding the things going on in the world, you can still choose in your life to find small things that just give you a little bit of reprieve. The sunshine on your face, a dog wagging its tail, how good it feels to make a meal, simple things that I think we often just overlook, even if they bring us joy, but taking a moment to just focus on them sometimes gives the reprieve we need to keep forging forward. I'm going to stop this here. I love everyone that is here watching, even if you just randomly came across me. Thank you for watching. I believe that your time is valuable, and so when I make a video, I am asking for your time, and I appreciate if you choose to spend that time with me. I hope that you find some value in my content, whatever that value may be. Maybe it just feels like we're having a chat as friends. And that's kind of my goal. That's the vibe I want to give. And so I hope I achieve that. Yeah, I love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.